Doing?
Yes, hey, how you doing?
Well, hey, Seattle, how you doing?
Johnson. Just let me quickly read something, right? It involves the election. It says, it's taking a variation of a quote by Taylor Caldwell. A political party can survive its fools and even the ambitious, but it cannot survive treason from within. An enemy at the gate is less formidable, for he is known and carries his banner openly. But the traitor move among those within the gate freely, his sly whispers rustling through all the alleys, heard in every halls of the party itself. For the traitor appears not a traitor. He speaks in accents familiar to his victims, and he wears their face in their arguments. He appeals to the baseness that lies deep in the hearts of men. He rots the soul of that political party. He works secretly unknown in the night to undermine the pillars of that party. He infects the body politic so that it can no longer resist. Even a murderer is less to be fed. This is what happens in the last election when you have individuals with leadership ambition who would work against a party they seek to lead. And to the fact that they would fund and finance anti-party websites and individuals and everything else. It's hard to tell the enemy within from the enemy without.
Amen.
Except that the enemy within is more dangerous. But let me go to what exactly happens. People say the F&M lost that election. I say, no, they didn't. It's a seat. In the same capacity, you wouldn't argue if the PLP was to run somebody in St. Anne's and they are not successful. You would not argue that they lost that, because it would be for the F&M to lose St. Anne's. It would be for the PLP to lose the West Grand Bahama, as opposed for the F&M to win it. And so when you begin to look to what came out of this, you came out of this and you saw a government. I was waiting for the hearse to show and bring other PLPs to that campaigning for a person who, for a seat that they own and practically for 40 plus years. And then you have cabinet ministers who say they are very familiar with Obi's ambition, who said, oh my God, I've never seen poverty and disarray as such in a constituencies that we have governed for 40 years. Then you have a leader who says that he's willing not to run. I wanted to take him at his word. I don't want us to allow him to allow us to pass this off on Kinsley, because he will try to throw him under the bus. But he has promised over $400 million worth of improvements in West Grand Bahama and Bimini. And I can tell you, the other 5 constituencies like East Grand Bahama and Central Grand Bahama, the ghettos that overlap Marco City and Ginger Moxie's constituency, where 80% of the ghetto is, they want the same treatment and promises. But when you hear that you are promising a seawall that is 4 miles, that could very easily be over $100 million, a police fire defense force location that could easily be from $70 million to $100 million because of the 3, a government dock. You can need another separate secure docking for the defense force. Docks for fishermen, clinics. You say you're going to provide new schools, not the one that's building, new schools. You're going to pave the roads. You're going to provide airport and boat locations. Okay? And so when you add up all of those different things, and he says, if I, because it says this very carefully, a promise cannot be made by someone that doesn't have the ability or the intent. Kinsley did not have the ability to make a promise on behalf of no government.
I got you.
It was made by Mr. Brave Davis. And so
That's
Mr.
true.
Brave Davis is incumbent upon him to keep these promises, because you know what happens? The other 38 constituencies want to know, if you can't keep your promise then, why should we trust you now? And so not only upon that, we want to see, not only that, we want to see programs. Remember now, upon the $400 million, he said it's going to be jobs and multi-million-dollar investments. But how do you have that without surrounding developing the surrounding of Freeport, the whole of Grand Bahama? And so I'm saying to you is that the PLP in their panic has offered not to run as a political party in 2026 if they don't fulfill these promises, while serving the better of the entire Bahamas. Mr. Brave Davis made that promise to all of us. We were not going to allow you to sham us and say, we don't have Kingsley Smith, we're going to run Ginger Moxie in the seat instead. No, Mr. Prime Minister. You made a promise as witness, as documented to the Bahamian people, and at the same time, the FNM now gets to see a closer look to the extent of the damage, the extent whatever. Remember now, the FNM did have their seat in the last 4.5 years before the PLP. But 3 of those years didn't allow anyone to go in anyone else. Why would you go into somebody's house with the seniors and all these other different people to put at risk of contagion? And the Hurricane Dorian before that. So it's understandable. But just let me end in saying this. The Free National Movement.
I can catch you in a minute because I got 3 other callers. See, go quick from a place.
Now, I'm saying to you is it's under new leadership and under new vision, and I am inviting, on behalf of the leader of the Free National Movement, for any and everybody to bring your ideas and bring your desires and bring your dreams and bring your vision for a new and better Bahamas, stronger together, to him.
Okay.